The briefing hall was huge. 200 cadets sat in rows. Some had scales. Some had fur. Some had skin that changed colors. 30 different species from across the galaxy, all training to become soldiers for the Galactic Coalition. Ji-won Kim sat in the middle. Her heart beat fast. Today was pairing day. Every cadet would get a partner for the survival exercise. 3 days on a dangerous moon. The person next to you might not be your partner. That scared everyone. Ji-won was 19 and human. From Earth, from Korea. Her family was military. Her father said she was stubborn. Her mother said she asked too many questions. At the academy, teachers called her creative. Other students called her reckless. What mattered now was the creature in the back corner. Raxthor, a Krinthax. The only one in the whole academy. The Krinthax were predators. Real ones. Their planet had twice Earth's gravity. They grew tall and strong. Raxthor was young, only 15, but already 8 feet tall. Dark gray plates covered his body like armor. His hands had claws that could cut steel. His yellow eyes could see in darkness. Everyone feared him. Ji-won could smell it. Not because he did anything wrong. He never did. Raxthor was quiet and careful. But fear does not need reasons. Every species here came from prey animals. Their instincts screamed danger around Krinthax, except humans. Humans were predators too. Not as strong, but predators. Earth's history was full of hunting and fighting. That made humans strange to the galaxy. Dangerous. Weird. The front door opened. Commander Daeho Park walked in. He was human, 45, with gray hair and scars. He fought in wars before most cadets were born. He did not smile often. When he did, it meant trouble. Attention, he said. His voice was quiet, but everyone went silent. Today you get partners for Desolation 7. I chose them. No changes. No complaints. Work together or fail together. He read names. Each pair would share the mission. Trust was everything. Ji-won listened. The commander mixed different species. That made sense. The coalition needed soldiers who worked with anyone. Then he said it. Cadet Ji-won Kim. She stood. Her legs felt steady. You are paired with Cadet Raxthor. Silence. Heavy silence. Every head turned. Some looked sorry for her. Others looked relieved. Ji-won sat. She did not look scared. Across the room, Raxthor sat still. His yellow eyes found hers. She could not read his face. Did he think she would be afraid like everyone else? Commander Park finished. He dismissed everyone except the Desolation 7 pairs. 20 pairs stayed. They moved to a smaller room for equipment briefing. Ji-won found a seat. Heavy footsteps approached. Raxthor sat beside her. The chair looked tiny. His claws clicked against metal. Around them, cadets moved away. 3 pairs changed seats. Then 5 more. Soon only Ji-won and Raxthor sat in their section. Empty chairs surrounded them like walls. A Threxian cadet stood. Blue skin, 4 arms. Commander Park, sir, I request a partner change. Denied. The commander said without looking up. But sir, my current partner is perfectly capable. Denied. 2 more tried. Same answer. Ji-won saw the commander's face. He expected this. Maybe wanted it. When no one else spoke, Commander Park looked at Ji-won and Raxthor. A small cold smile appeared. He walked to the door and pressed the lock. The heavy door slid shut. Click, the sound echoed. These are your partners, he said. For 72 hours, they are everything. Between you and failure. Between you and death. Learn to trust them. Or learn to fail. Ji-won felt Raxthor move. She looked at him. He stared at his claws. Shoulders tense. How many times had people locked doors to keep him in? Or out, she made a decision. Maybe stupid. But her mother was right. She asked too many questions. She did not follow rules just because Ji-won turned. She faced Raxthor. She stuck out her hand. Hi, she said. I am Ji-won. I guess we are partners. Raxthor stared at her hand. His eyes looked confused, suspicious. No one touched Krinthax by choice. Their claws were too sharp. Their strength too great. But Ji-won kept her hand out. Steady. Waiting. Slowly, Raxthor reached out. His huge hand could wrap around hers twice. His claws looked like knives. But his grip was gentle. Almost afraid, they shook hands. The room went quieter. Cadet stared. I am Raxthor, he said. His voice was deep and rough like grinding stones. I will try not to let you down. Same here, Ji-won said. She smiled. A real smile. Let us survive this together. Commander Park watched. He did not smile now, but something changed in his face. Respect, maybe, or curiosity. The briefing started. Desolation 7 was a small moon. Thin air, wild temperature changes, dangerous plants, razor vines everywhere that attacked movement. The mission was simple. Drop in different zones. Find the beacon. Activate it. Survive 3 days until pickup. Simple does not mean easy, the commander warned. Last year 6 pairs failed. 3 needed medical help. 1 cadet died. He paused. Check equipment. Help your partner. Trust each other. Dismissed. The door unlocked. Cadets rushed out talking. Ji-won stood slowly. Raxthor stood towering over her. Why did you do that? He asked quietly. Do what? Shake my hand. You are not afraid, should I be? Everyone else is. Everyone else is not my partner, Ji-won said. You are. We have 3 days on a dangerous moon. I would rather trust you than fear you. She picked up her bag. Besides, being scared of you would make you sad. I do not want a sad partner. Raxthor said nothing. But as they walked out, Ji-won saw something in his yellow eyes. Hope, maybe. Or trust beginning. Behind them, Commander Park stood alone. He looked at the locked door. Then at the 2 walking away. A human and a Krinthax. The galaxy's 2 predator species forced to work as one. He smiled. Different this time, not cold. Almost proud. Let us see, he said to himself. What happens when predators learn to trust? The dropship shook. Ji-won gripped her harness and looked through the window. Desolation 7 looked angry from space. Red and purple plants covered everything. They moved like they were alive. Dark clouds swirled. Lightning flashed. 30 seconds to drop, the pilot said. Good luck. Raxthor sat across from her, perfectly still. His yellow eyes stared at nothing. Was he nervous? Could Krinthax feel nervous? Are you scared? Ji-won asked, his eyes focused on her. He said nothing for a moment. Then quietly, yes. I'm afraid I will fail you. Ji-won blinked. That was not what she expected. This big dangerous creature worried about letting her down. Well, I am scared I will slow you down, Ji-won said. So I guess we are even. Raxthor made a sound. Ji-won realized he was laughing. It sounded like rocks falling, but it was definitely a laugh. The door opened. Wind screamed in. The air smelled like metal and rotting plants. Below was their landing zone. Flat ground surrounded by twisted trees and thick plants. Go! The pilot shouted. They jumped. The fall was short and fast. Ji-won hit ground and rolled. Raxthor landed with a thud that shook the earth. The ship lifted away. Silence fell. Wrong silence. Ji-won stood and looked around. The plants were taller than photos showed. They swayed without wind. Their leaves looked sharp. We need to find the beacon, Raxthor said. He pulled out a scanner. 3 kilometers north. Through that? Ji-won pointed at the dense forest. Trees looked like black glass. Vines covered the ground. I do not think we have a choice. They walked. Ji-won stayed alert. Captain Hyok, her trainer, always said the most dangerous moment was feeling safe. So she never felt safe. The forest was worse up close. Trees had thorns instead of bark. Vines moved slowly like snakes. Ji-won stepped carefully. Raxthor moved quietly for something so big. After an hour, Ji-won heard it. A soft hissing. She stopped. Do you hear that? She whispered. Raxthor's ears moved. Yes, it sounds like... The ground exploded. Vines shot up like whips. Dozens of them. They wrapped around Ji-won's legs. Thorns cut through her pants. Pain shot up. Razor vines! Raxthor roared. His claws came out. He slashed vines holding Ji-won. They cut easy. But more came. They attacked him too, wrapping his arms and chest. Ji-won pulled her knife. She cut vines on her legs. They bled yellow liquid that burned. More vines rose. This was not a few plants. This was a nest fire, she shouted. They hate fire. She grabbed a flare and lit it. Bright red flame made vines pull back. Raxthor saw. He lit his flare. Together they made a fire circle. The vines hissed and went underground. But Ji-won saw them moving in the dirt. Waiting. We need to move, Raxthor said. His armor had scratches. Before they attack again, they ran. Flares lit their path. Behind them, hissing grew louder, angry. After 10 minutes, sounds faded. They slowed, breathing hard. That was close, Ji-won said. Her legs hurt. Blood mixed with yellow acid. Thank you for cutting me free. You saved us with fire, Raxthor said. I would have just fought. We would have lost. He looked at her with respect. You think fast, you fight fast, Jiwan replied. We make a good team. They found a cave as night fell. Desolation 7 had short days. 6 hours of light. Temperature dropped fast. Jiwan set up a heat unit. Raxthor checked the cave. Clear, he said. Nothing lives here, they sat by the heat. Jiwan cleaned her wounds. Not deep, but they stung. Raxthor watched. Can I ask something? He said, sure, why are you not afraid of me? Other humans are. Everyone as Jiwan thought about her answer. My grandmother told me stories. About humans long ago. We were not always civilized. We hunted, we fought. We killed to survive. She looked at him. We were predators, Raxthor. Like you. We learned to control it. To be better. I think you learned that too. Raxthor was quiet long. When he spoke, his voice was soft. The galaxy sees us as monsters. Krinthax, we fought wars. Killed many. When we joined the coalition, they made us promise to change. To be peaceful. He looked at his claws. But I am still a predator. I still have these. I still want to hunt. Does that make me a monster? No, Jiwan said firmly. Having claws does not make you a monster. Using them on innocent people does. You have not done that. You are not a monster. You are just Raxthor. He looked at her. His yellow eyes were different. Less guarded. More open. No one ever said that to me, he whispered. Then they were idiots, Jiwan said. Now sleep. We find the beacon tomorrow. Morning came cold and gray. They ate quickly and moved. The scanner said the beacon was close. Over the next hill. But when they reached it, Jiwan's stomach dropped. The beacon was broken. Smashed. Pieces scattered on ground. This was not an accident, Raxthor said. He picked up a piece. Tool marks on the metal. Someone destroyed this, Jiwan felt cold. This was supposed to be training. Why would someone sabotage it? Before Raxthor could answer, they heard voices. Jiwan grabbed his arm and pulled him behind a rock. They looked around it. 3 cadets came up the hill. Threxians, the same species that asked for partner changes. They carried big weapons. Do you see them? One asked, not yet. But they will come. Everyone does good. When the Krinthax shows, we take it down. Make it look like an accident. The monster attacked. We defended. Jiwan's blood went cold. This was a trap. They were hunting Raxthor. She looked at her partner. Raxthor's face went hard. His claws were out. She put a hand on his arm. Shook her head. Not yet. She pulled out her comm device. Tried to call for help. Static. Just static. Someone was jamming signals. They were alone. Outnumbered. Someone wanted them dead. Jiwan looked at Raxthor. He looked back. Without words, they understood. They would not go down easy. They would fight. Together. Ready? She whispered. Always, he said. The Threxians spread out to search. 3 against 2, bad odds. Not impossible. She tapped Raxthor's arm. Pointed left, he nodded. They moved like shadows circling. Jiwan threw rocks right. The Threxians turned toward the sound. Raxthor jumped from behind. He did not use claws. Just wait. He crashed into 2, knocking them down. Jiwan tackled the 3rd. Her training kicked in. Strike joints. Hit nerve points. The fight was fast and brutal. The Threxians were trained, but Jiwan and Raxthor fought as one. When one moved left, the other covered right. When one attacked, the other defended. 2 minutes over. The Threxians lay knocked out. Jiwan breathed hard. Her knuckles hurt. But they won. We need to move, Raxthor said. They will wake. Tell others. Where do we go? Beacon broken. Comms jammed. We survive, Raxthor said. Like you said. We are predators. We do not quit. Jiwan smiled despite everything. Exactly. Let us show them what happens when predators work together. They grabbed gear and ran into forest. Behind them, one Threxian woke. He grabbed his comm. They got away, he said. Send everyone. The human and monster are working together. This just got complicated. They ran for hours. The forest seemed endless. Every shadow could hide enemies. Every sound could be a threat. Jiwan's legs burned, but she did not complain. Raxthor moved like a machine that never tired. As the sun set, Jiwan stumbled. Raxthor caught her. You need rest, he said. We need distance, Jiwan argued. But her voice was weak. She was exhausted. The wound from razor vines got worse. The yellow acid burned deeper than she thought. Raxthor looked at her leg. His eyes went wide. That looks bad. Why did you not say? Because we needed to move, Jiwan said. She tried to stand straight, but her leg gave out. Raxthor caught her again. We stop here, he said firmly. You cannot run like this. They will catch us, then I will stop them. He looked at her fiercely. You saved my life with the razor vines. Now I save yours, Jiwan wanted to argue. But the world was spinning. Fever, the acid was poisonous. She nodded weakly. Raxthor found a hollow between rocks. He set Jiwan down gently and gave her medicine from the kit. Then he covered the entrance with branches. Not much, but it would hide them. Maybe. Night fell. Jiwan drifted in and out of sleep. Strange dreams came. She was running. Always running. But she could not remember from what. When she woke, it was dark. Raxthor sat at the entrance perfectly still. Watching, listening. How long was I asleep? She whispered. 4 hours. He did not turn. How do you feel? Like I got hit by a ship, Jiwan admitted. But better. Medicine helped good because they are close. Her heart jumped. She sat up slowly. How many? 5 groups? Maybe 20 cadets total. Searching the forest. For us, 20 against 2? Jiwan tried to think. Her head was foggy from fever. We cannot fight them all. No, Raxthor agreed. But we do not have to. He turned to her. You told me about human persistence hunting. How your ancestors chased prey for days. Wore them down. Made them exhausted. Jiwan blinked. She remembered. It felt like days ago, but was just yesterday. You want to hunt the hunters? Yes, his yellow eyes gleamed. They think they hunt a scared cub and weak human. Let us show them what real predators do. Despite pain, Jiwan smiled. That is either brilliant or completely insane. My people have a saying, Raxthor said. The line between brave and stupid is thin. You only know which side after it is over. Humans have a similar saying, Jiwan said. She forced herself to stand. Her legs screamed, but she ignored it. Okay, let us be brave. Or stupid, we will find out later. They left the shelter. Raxthor moved ahead, tracking the hunters. Jiwan followed, trying to be quiet. Fever made everything feel unreal, but her mind worked. Planning. The first hunting party was 3 cadets. Threxians again. They were tired, careless. They walked with weapons down. Talked too loud. Jiwan and Raxthor watched from above. They climbed trees. The thorns hurt but gave good view. Jiwan whispered her plan. Raxthor listened and nodded. Then they moved. Jiwan dropped a rock. It hit ground far left. The Threxians turned. While distracted, Raxthor jumped down behind them. He did not attack. He just roared. The sound was terrifying, like nothing Jiwan ever heard. Pure predator. Ancient fear-given voice. The Threxians panicked. They ran. Raxthor chased for a minute, then stopped. He let them go. Why let them escape? Jiwan asked when she caught up. Because now they are scared, Raxthor said. They will tell others. Make them nervous. Humans are not the only ones who use fear as a weapon. They repeated this with 2 more groups. Each time Raxthor appeared, made noise, scared them, but never attacked, never hurt anyone, just made them run. By morning, the hunting parties were jumpy. They moved in tight groups, wasted energy looking over shoulders. Getting tired, it is working, Jiwan said. They are wearing down. Yes, Raxthor agreed. But so are we. And you are getting worse, he was right. Fever was back, stronger. Jiwan's leg was swollen, poison spreading. She had maybe 1 day before she could not walk. We need to end this, she said. Soon. A sound crackled from Jiwan's comm device. They both froze. It was silent since jamming started. Now someone broke through. Jiwan grabbed it. Static-filled air. Then a voice. Familiar. Dr. Minji Choi, the xenobiology professor. Jiwan, the voice said. Broken and crackling. If you hear this, do not trust the extraction team. Someone at the academy wants you both dead. They will static, then nothing. Jiwan stared at the device. Do not trust extraction. What did that mean? This is bigger than we thought, Raxthor said quietly. Someone high up is involved. Why? Jiwan asked. Why do they want us dead? Because we proved them wrong. Raxthor looked at his claws, then at Jiwan. A human and Krinthax working together, trusting each other. That scares them. If we can do it, what excuse do they have for their hate? Jiwan understood. This was never about training. It was about stopping something dangerous. Not dangerous because they were predators. Dangerous because they proved predators could be partners. So what do? She asked. We survive, Raxthor said. Like always. We proved them wrong by staying alive. Through trees, G1 saw movement. More cadets, but these looked different, better armed, more organized. Not hunting randomly. Closing in, we have company, she said. Raxthor saw them too. 6 cadets, professional, moving like real soldiers. Not scared kids. The ones meant to finish the job. Can you fight? Raxthor asked. G1 checked her weapons, knife, 2 flares. Handful of rocks. She smiled grimly. With you, always. The cadets got closer. They had them surrounded. G1 saw the trap forming. No escape this time. Just a fight. Raxthor looked at her. Ready, G1 took a deep breath. Her leg hurt. Her head was foggy, but her heart was clear. She had a partner. A real one. Someone who would fight beside her. For her, ready, she said. The cadets emerged from trees, weapons raised. They expected surrender, begging. Instead, G1 smiled. Raxthor bared his teeth. The lead cadet, a tall Threxian with 4 arms, stopped. Something in their expressions made him hesitate. Stand down, he ordered. We do not want to hurt you. Yes, you do, G1 said calmly. That is why you are here. But here's something you should know. What? You are not hunting prey. She stepped forward. Her leg screamed, but she did not show it. You are hunting predators. And we do not run anymore, Raxthor roared. The sound shook trees. The cadets hesitated. That moment of doubt was all they needed. They attacked together, moving as one. G1 threw flares, creating smoke. Raxthor used his size to knock down 3 at once. They worked perfectly. Every move planned. Every action synchronized. 5 minutes over. The cadets lay on ground, defeated but alive. G1 stood over them, breathing hard. Raxthor beside her. The lead Threxian looked up. Fear in his eyes, but also respect. What are you? He whispered. Partners, G1 said simply. They left the defeated cadets. G1 was barely walking, fever and exhaustion winning. Raxthor noticed. Get on my back, he said. What? You cannot walk. I can carry you. We are partners, remember? G1 wanted to argue, but she had no strength. She climbed onto Raxthor's back. His armor plates were warm, strong, safe. Thank you, she whispered. Always, he said. Then he started running. G1 closed her eyes. The movement was smooth, steady. She felt safe for the first time since landing on this terrible moon. Behind them, more hunters came. Ahead, danger waited. But right now, she was with someone who would die before letting her fall. That was what partnership meant. That was what trust looked like. The hunter had become the hunted, and together they were unstoppable. Raxthor ran through the night. G1 drifted in and out of consciousness on his back. Her fever burned hot. The poison was winning. But Raxthor did not stop, did not slow. Krinthax could run for days without rest. Dawn came gray and cold. G1 woke to find them in a canyon. Red rocks rose on both sides. Raxthor had finally stopped. He set her down gently against a rock wall. Where are we? She asked. Her voice was weak, safe for now. He gave her water and more medicine. The poison is strong, but this will help, G1 drank. The water was cold and clean. It helped clear her head a little. How long did you run? 8 hours, 8 hours. G1 stared at him. You carried me for 8 hours without stopping? You would do the same for me, Raxthor said simply. And he was right. She would. A sound echoed through the canyon, engines, ships. G1 looked up. 3 dropships flew overhead. Search pattern. They are still looking, Raxthor said. But they will not find us here. The rocks blocked their scanners. G1's comm device crackled again. This time the signal was stronger. G1, are you there? Dr. Choi's voice came through. Clearer now. If you can hear me, respond. G1 grabbed the device. Doctor, I am here. Raxthor is with me. Relief flooded the doctor's voice. Thank the stars. Listen carefully. I do not have much time. The sabotage goes higher than we thought. Someone in Coalition Command wants the Krinthax integration program to fail. They see you two as a threat. A threat how? Because you prove cooperation is possible. If a human and Krinthax can work together, it destroys their argument that predator species are too dangerous. They need you to fail, or die trying. Raxthor leaned close to hear. Who is behind this? I am still gathering evidence. But I know Commander Park is not involved. He was arrested to keep him quiet. Captain Heok is working to free him. The doctor paused. There is an extraction team coming for you. Captain Hayok leads it. You can trust him. No one else. When? 48 hours. Can you survive that long? Jiwon looked at her swollen leg. At Raxthor's tired eyes. We will try. There is more, Dr. Choi said. Other cadets are helping you. The footage of your survival leaked. Students are angry about the sabotage. They are creating diversions. Slowing down the hunting parties. Why would they help us? Raxthor asked. Because they see what I see. A human in Krinthax proving that different does not mean enemy. You have become symbols. Heroes even. The comm crackled with static. Doctor, Jiwon called, I have to go. Stay alive. 48 hours. The signal cut out. Jiwon lowered the device. 48 hours, 2 days. She was not sure she could walk for 2 minutes, let alone 2 days. Raxthor saw her doubt. I will carry you if needed. You cannot carry me for 2 days. Watch me, he said. His yellow eyes were fierce, determined. We did not come this far to give up now. Jiwon smiled despite the pain. You are right. We are predators. We do not quit. They rested through the morning. Jiwon slept while Raxthor kept watch. When she woke, the sun was high. Her fever had dropped a little. The medicine was working, slowly, movement at the canyon entrance. Raxthor tensed. Someone was coming, but it was not hunters. It was 2 cadets, young ones, a Drell with green scales and a human boy. Do not shoot, the Drell called out. We are friends. Raxthor moved in front of Jiwon protectively. How did you find us? We did not. We are hiding too. The human boy stepped forward. I am Taemin. This is Jorah. We refuse to hunt you. So now they hunt us too. Jiwon studied them. They looked scared but honest. Why refuse? Because what they are doing is wrong, Jorah said. You two did nothing wrong. You just survived. Work together. That should not be a crime. Raxthor slowly relaxed. How many others refused? 7 pairs. 14 cadets total. We are scattered across the moon, creating chaos, making it harder for the real hunters. Taemin pulled out a medical kit. I brought supplies. For your leg, Jiwon felt tears prick her eyes. Thank you. They worked on her leg. The new medicine was stronger. Better. Within an hour, the swelling started to go down. The pain eased. This will not cure it, Taemin said, but it will buy you time. Time is all we need, Jiwon said. The 4 of them talked, shared food. Jorah told them about the academy. How Commander Park was locked up. How students were protesting. How some teachers were helping in secret. Change is coming, Jorah said. Because of you two. People see that cooperation works. That trust is possible. We just wanted to survive, Raxthor said quietly. That is exactly why it matters, Taemin said. You did not give speeches. You did not make promises. You just proved it by doing it. As evening approached, Taemin and Jorah prepared to leave. We will keep drawing attention away. You two rest. Get strong, be careful, Jiwon said. You too. Taemin smiled. The whole galaxy is watching now. Footage of your fight leaked to the networks. You are famous. Raxthor looked confused. Heroes, Jorah corrected. The human and the Krinthax who refused to be enemies, who chose partnership over hate. That is a powerful story. They left. Jiwon and Raxthor sat in silence for a while. Heroes, Raxthor finally said. He sounded amazed, confused. Me? Us, Jiwon corrected. We did this together. I just wanted one friend, Raxthor said softly. Just one person who did not see me as a monster. And now the galaxy watches. Jiwon reached out and put her small hand on his massive clawed one. You got your friend, and maybe we started something bigger, something good. He looked at their hands. Then at her. Thank you for not being afraid. Thank you for carrying me 8 hours. They both smiled. Night fell. Stars came out. Jiwon's leg felt better. Not healed, but better. She could walk now. Slowly. 48 hours, she said. We just need to survive 48 hours. We will, Raxthor said. Because that is what partners do. They survive. Together. Above them, ships still searched. Hunters still prowled. But for the first time since landing on this moon, Jiwon felt hope. They were not alone anymore. They had allies. They had support. They had each other. And most importantly, they had proven something the conspirators feared. That predators could choose peace. That different species could trust each other. That hate was a choice, not destiny. 2 more days. Then extraction. Then justice. They just had to survive. The 48 hours felt like forever. G1 and Raxthor moved constantly, never staying in one place long. The hunters were everywhere, but so were the rebel cadets, creating diversions, leading searchers away. On the final morning, G1's comm crackled. "This is Captain Hyuk. G1, Raxthor, if you can hear me, respond." G1 grabbed the device. "Captain, we are here." Relief in his voice. "Good. I have extraction coordinates, but we have a problem. The conspirators know we are coming. They are sending their own team. We need to move fast. Where?" Raxthor asked. "North Ridge. 2 kilometers from your position. Can you make it?" G1 looked at her leg. Still swollen but manageable. "Yes, we can make it. You have 1 hour. After that, I cannot guarantee safety." Captain Hyuk out 1 hour, 2 kilometers through hostile territory. While injured, Raxthor looked at G1. "Can you run?" "I can try, that is all I ask." They ran. G1 gritted her teeth against the pain. Raxthor stayed close, ready to catch her if she fell. Halfway there, they heard engines. Not dropships. Ground vehicles. "Coming fast, the conspirators," Raxthor said. "They are trying to cut us off. Can we outrun them?" "No, but we can outsmart them." They changed direction. Instead of running straight to the ridge, they circled. Used the terrain. The vehicles were fast but not agile. The narrow canyons slowed them. With 15 minutes left, they reached the ridge. A dropship waited. Captain Hyuk stood at the ramp. Behind him, Commander Park. "Free, come on," Hyuk shouted. "Move," they ran. The ground vehicles burst from the canyon behind them. Armed cadets jumped out. "Weapons raised, stop," one shouted. "Stop or we fire." G1 and Raxthor did not stop. They ran harder. Commander Park stepped forward. His voice boomed. "Stand down!" "That is a direct order." But the cadets did not lower weapons. They were not following coalition orders anymore. They were following someone else. Suddenly, other dropships appeared. Not just 1, 5, 10, 20. They surrounded the area. From them, cadets emerged. The rebels, the ones who refused to hunt. And others, teachers, officers, all standing together. The conspirators' cadets looked around. They were outnumbered. Badly. "Lower your weapons," Captain Hyuk said calmly. "This is over." One by one, they lowered them. G1 and Raxthor reached the dropship. They climbed aboard. Safe at last, Commander Park looked at them. His eyes were wet. "You did it. You actually did it." "Did what?" G1 asked. "Changed everything." He gestured to the ships. To the cadets standing together. "All species united. You proved cooperation works. That trust is possible. The conspirators thought fear and hate were stronger. You proved them wrong." The flight back to the academy was quiet. G1 slept. When she woke, Raxthor was looking out the window. "What happens now?" he asked. Commander Park sat across from them. "Now we finish what you started. The conspirators are being arrested. Coalition investigators are on their way. There will be trials, justice. What about us?" G1 asked. "You are heroes. The whole galaxy has seen your story. Humans and Krinthax working together, surviving together, trusting each other. You have become symbols of what the coalition should be." "I just wanted to pass the training exercise," G1 said. "I just wanted a friend," Raxthor added. Commander Park smiled. "And in doing those simple things, you changed the galaxy." They landed at the academy. Hundreds of cadets waited. When G1 and Raxthor stepped off the ship, they erupted in cheers. Not just humans and Krinthax. Every species. Together, G1 looked at Raxthor. He looked back. They both smiled. This was never about surviving. It was about proving something bigger. That different did not mean enemy. That predators could choose peace. That trust was stronger than fear. Dr. Choi pushed through the crowd. She hugged G1. Then carefully she hugged Raxthor. He stood stiff at first, then relaxed. Hugged back gently. "I am so proud of you both," she said. The next weeks were chaos, investigations, trials, media from across the galaxy. G1 and Raxthor told their story again and again. How they were paired. How they survived. How they learned to trust. The conspirators were found guilty. Removed from positions of power. The Krinthax integration program was not only saved but expanded. Other predator species asked to join. Commander Park was promoted. Made head of the entire cadet program. His first order? Every pair would be mixed species. No exceptions. Trust would be mandatory. Captain Hayek became his second in command. Together, they redesigned training. Based on cooperation, on understanding. On the lesson 2 cadets taught the galaxy. 6 months later, G1 and Raxthor graduated top of their class. They were assigned to the same unit. Partners officially now. Forever. At the graduation ceremony, they stood together on stage. G1 in her human dress uniform, Raxthor in Krinthax ceremonial armor. The crowd was silent. Commander Park spoke. These 2 cadets faced death, faced hate, faced impossible odds, but they never faced them alone. They had each other, and that made all the difference. He turned to them. G1, Raxthor, you were forced together by a locked door. You could have failed, could have fought, could have given up. Instead, you chose trust. You chose partnership. You chose to prove that different species can work as one. The crowd erupted, cheering, applause. Species that once feared Krinthax now celebrated one. Species that thought humans were too dangerous now saw them as heroes. After the ceremony, G1 and Raxthor walked through the academy. Back to that briefing hall where it all started. The door was still there. No longer locked, remember? G1 said. When everyone moved away? When you sat beside me and they locked the door? I remember, Raxthor said. I thought you would be afraid. Like everyone else, I remember thinking you looked lonely. Like you just wanted someone to see you. Not the monster. Just you were right. That is all I wanted. They stood in silence. Then G1 extended her hand. Like she did that first day. Partners? She said. Raxthor took her hand. His grip was gentle, careful. Always? He replied, always. They left the hall together. Behind them, the door stood open, a symbol. What once was a prison became a gateway. What started with fear became trust. What began with a locked door ended with an open path. The galaxy would never be the same. Because 2 cadets, one human and one Krinthax, proved that predators could be partners. That different could be better. That trust was always stronger than hate. Commander Park watched them go. He smiled. That same proud smile from months ago. Sometimes, he thought, the best lessons are taught by students. Not teachers. He looked at the open door. Then back at the 2 figures walking away. A human barely 5.5 feet tall, a Krinthax towering at 8 feet. Side by side, equal partners, the galaxy's most dangerous predator species, working as one. Proving every day that the line between enemy and ally was just a choice. And they chose ally. That was worth smiling about. The door was locked. Then it opened, and the galaxy changed forever.